Hello there, everyone. It looks like we're live. Welcome back to another stream, once again, in SRB2. This time, though, rather than do a character or a well-known level pack, I was actually sent a mod by RubyTheMii during the events of the last stream. They offered to send me one of their mods, we'll say in development, but publicly unavailable. It hasn't been publicly released yet. You can see what it's called in the bottom left-hand corner of the gameplay. I don't really know how long I've got to wait before I'm allowed to say that on stream without getting demonetized, but here we are. I haven't played it, I haven't touched it. I asked, whether should I go into this blind or not? So, I did go in blind. They did tell me to practice some spin dash jumps beforehand, but I didn't actually end up doing that in the end. So, I can see we have Ruby in the chat, so I apologize if I mess up your mod, but played just a tiny little bit right before the stream just to, check that it was working. Because at first it doesn't look like it actually changes anything. And we're going to see what happens. I will note that because this is a challenge level pack, that is to say, difficult, I'm going to do what I love to do in SRB2, and that is to cheat. I'm going to put on infinite lives because I can't be bothered to deal with the whole, dying thing. Now, what's different about this mod? Well, you'll quickly note that the rings are quite different to usual. They're red, and rather than their usual golden, yellow, orange. And that's not some special red star ring, that is. They kill you immediately. Fantastic. Immediate death as soon as you touch a red ring. So, you'll also quickly notice that we have these rings here, we have those rings there, we have the rings on the bridge, the rings over there, the rings in the sky. They're all red. So I'm going to take this as meaning we effectively have been made to play a no rings stage. That also means that enemies are impossible to kill. They're all damaging on contact, and the item box, as you can see there, nothing on it. Destroy it, nothing comes out. Got an item monitor there, destroy that, nothing comes out. And it looks like, just from that tiny little bit there, that fell a bit quick. So I reckon we're probably also going to drown faster. So, the question is, are we going to be able to make it through? Now, checkpoint. Is that going to kill us? Nope. That's fine at least. So we have at least one thing that's not harmful on contact. So we effectively have to avoid every single ring, because you'll also note that we have 0 rings to start with, which means that we've got no safety net at all. So we effectively have to avoid everything. Can't hit any enemies, can't hit any rings. We've got to squeeze through those, but I was a little bit quick on the uptake there. So try and squeeze through there. Yep, there we are. Can't go and take those red star ring. Can't take that red ring, so we got to go there. Red spring. Get in mind. I also will note that I'm quite a bit earlier than usual today in terms of when I started this stream, and that's just because looking around, I can get away with it. People are online at this point in time, whereas on the other days they're not at this point in time. So I figured, I'll get this done. Well, we'll see how long this takes, because, I thought about doing challenge runs in the past. So stuff like this, like the whole, ooh. Wow, I take it we're not going to go this way then. I reckon we're going to have to try and find some other way around. But yeah, I've thought about doing challenge runs before in the past, and I have ultimately not really done one, because either you need a lot of patience to go through it all. Or you need to, a lot of skill, which I don't really have, as you may have gathered. Now this could be a bit difficult. Now, I reckon the only path forward we really have available to us is to try and get onto that yellow spring and go the above route, because we clearly are not going to get anywhere with those red springs at the end of the cave. Problem is, it doesn't look like we're really going to get anywhere with this spring either, so guess the only thing left to do is try and immediately go to the left. This might be a bit tricky, and I've also just noticed I don't have a thock. So no thock. I'm gonna go and hazard a guess if we come up here that I don't have. Oh, my light. We do have a spin dash. So we have that, but that's not really useful for this. We can't damage any enemies, so no chance of panic boosting. So we're gonna have to try and find a way out. Ruby has said that apparently springs have a very, very, very slightly larger radius than rings, just in the chat just then. So if we barely touch the spring, apparently we should apparently dodge those rings. So if we come over here and we go over here, we just kind of nudge pixel by pixel into this ring. Spring even, definitely not ring. That's opposite of what we want to do. Oh, it was close. That's definitely the way to go about it. We got all the way up into that final ring. Gotta try and make it all the way up there. I mean, to be fair, after that, I don't think we're gonna have much luck afterwards, but just pixel by pixel, and as soon as get the spring, stop touching it. This is gonna be tough. Of course, I'm also on controller, so there's slightly less control than usual there as well. RubyTheMii is sitting there saying they've gone and checked that every level is possible. The only one they don't know is Azure Temple, but I'm not doing that. I am not doing Azure Temple with this level, with this mod active. So I'm not even thinking about that. That's not something I'm worrying about. This might be where a lot of this stream ends up being. Ooh. Oh. Now, oh dear. I reckon we're not going to be as lucky. 'Cause I reckon if we go and touch the spring now, it's going to send us into the next spring, which will fire us directly from the center. Yeah. Okay. I realized this might actually be a multi-stream video, so I'm going to exit no save mode, and I'm going to make this an actual save file, because this might take a while. So I'm going to delete that. Don't actually need it. Damn it. Right, okay. Let me try this again. I'm going to just quickly shut down the game because I realized Pandora's box. So I'm just going to quit the game. I'll be back in just a moment with just the mod active, because of course nowadays that's something you're able to do. You can save with the modded game. I'm going to do the Pandora's box in that, and then we should have a save file. So this can be a multi-time thing, because I've quickly come to the realization that there is no chance that I'm going to be doing this in a single sitting. So, one player, new game, active, Pandora's box. Oh, but then we can't save. Ah. Oh, this is nasty. Ooh. Okay. This was apparently designed for people in multiplayer, where apparently you get infinite lives. So, this might be even tougher. Right, okay, so, first level, fairly easy. It's going to be every other level that's going to be the problem. Because closest you ever get to a ring is there. Jump over here. Collect the checkpoints. Yeah, here we are. This is the only vaguely troublesome bit in the entire thing, and it's like, whoa, oh dear. But there we are. One level down. All of those levels left, where I gotta go and figure out how on earth I'm gonna do this. So, I reckon this is pretty much the only option available to us, because while we can make it up that cliffside set of springs, there's no chance we're effectively forced into another set of diagonal springs in this exact situation, except it's on a tiny, tiny, tiny rock to work with. So, I think this is all we've got. We just gotta barely touch this edge of it without that happening. I might need a little bit of help to understand exactly how to do this, because I gotta be honest, it looked like the diagonal spring, it just fires us straight into those rings, which obviously is not good. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, might need some help on this. So diagonal springs relocate Sonic into the center, which is not good. That's not what we want. We need to go and try and find a way to get up to... Oh, forgot about the no thock. The only way I think we're going to be getting lives here, extra lives, is to die and get the bonuses you get there. So, having gone from now 3 lives to 5, I think that's the only way we're going to get any more than that. But you know, there's a way to do this if it's a multiple stream thing. But it will be slow. Right, so. Oh, first way we're going to get height. And then I'm going to assume that we need to somehow spin dash jump and get a massive amount of distance. Right. For moral support, that did absolutely nothing. So we have that ledge over there. We have the bridge. We have those springs of far too far away. I am I'm a bit lost, but frankly, there's no harm in just doing something like this. Yeah, I reckon we get very maximum power spin dash, and we aim it perfectly correct and in the right direction. We will make that jump. It's just going to take ages. So it's a good thing we're doing this on stream and not on a video. So there is a spring which you can just barely see, like a single pixel of yellow there, and I reckon that's probably our best opportunity. So I can see now why Ruby was telling me I've got to go practice spin dash jumps. Yeah, that's where we're aiming. We're aiming up there. And that's definitely possible, if very difficult, and I don't want to go sit there multiple times doing that. So let's come over here. Ooh, maybe we can get a little bit of distance off that water. It is going to be a bane though, having to deal with SRB2's funky habit of ignoring my jump commands. That's going to be a bit of a nightmare. damn it. I need Coyote Time. The Celeste mechanic, where you get just... Oh, Donkey Kong Country mechanic, where you get just the barest tiny bit of time after you fall off a slope before it eats your jump input. Because... Oof. Alright. Could definitely do with Thok. Thok's definitely something I could do with. Even if it's just to make my way back here a little faster. No slopes I can take advantage of. Just trying to keep as much speed into the jump as possible. Okay. This entire stream at this rate, it might just be me sitting here doing this jump over and over and over again. It might be a case that, as Ruby has said in the stream, that I might need a little bit of help with this one. So, Ruby has said and offered to do this in multiplayer. So, it would be a great help, in all honesty, if you're willing to go up with that, if you were willing to go and set up a lobby, because again, as I've explained in multiple streams at this point, that's something I'm unable to do for one reason or another. If you were willing and able to set up a multiplayer lobby and you were to go and invite me in, I think that might be the way to go, because struggling this much already on Greenflower Mountain Act 2, it's probably not a good start. Although, as it turns out, neither of us are able to do it because port forwarding. Fantastic. Oh, SRB2, SRB2, SRB2. Never change, never change. I gotta be honest, guys. I might have bitten off more than I can chew with this. I think this might have been a step beyond what I was planning. So I'm saying, no, I can definitely make that, but it might be a case then that I go with a 5 more minutes rule. 5 more minutes, I try this jump, and then it might be a case that despite what the thumbnail of the video says, we might actually need to go and find something else to do, because I don't think this is going to be working. Oh. Where's the other spring? It's up on the other side, but it's a little further, but also it looks a little lower, so... Yeah, but as Ruby has said, and as JackalMan is asking, please hold punts. I'm afraid I physically can't do that. That's not, not me not knowing how to, although that is part of it, but rather searching up my the Wi-Fi provider for my apartment. It says in big bold letters at the bottom of their kind of policies and explanations of how all of this works and the routers they use, that they fundamentally you cannot pull forward on their Wi-Fi servers. I physically can't. Nothing I can do. I remember someone in my servers going, why don't you go and make your own specific server, like set one up, go and pay for some server space, and no, that's expensive. I don't have the money to throw on that. Much as it would be nice, I don't have the money to go set up a private server for SRB2 Kart, SRB2 and all the rest of it. Yeah. I think challenge mode might be something for another day. Although, having said that, I wonder whether there's any of my other level packs would work well with it. We go onto the add-ons, go to the maps. I say we try and do some old OLDC levels. Or maybe one of these. Ooh, which level? Let's try Sonic Adventure 2 Blast. Let's see how that goes with 0 rings. Because I can't think off the top of my head what would go wrong. I mean, I can't remember. Yep, straight away. Gotta avoid that. Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't remember anywhere where rings were required. So let's see how much of definitely not Sonic Adventure we can do without RubyTheMii's. So, the UI for item boxes still works. So, I'm still physically picking up item boxes, and they now pick up with their original design. Only problem being is that they're still useless. They still don't do anything. Oh dear. Secret rings. And not the Wii game either, although it's, from what I've heard of that game, it's only about as fun as that, so. Anticlimax. Jump commands failing to work, fantastic. And just try to go as basic and ordinary a route as possible. See how that goes. Right, so this time, spin dash right to the edge, go past here, and just go every impossible situation, figure out how we're going to get through without touching any rings. And now it's some City Escape music playing in the background, so that makes everything better. I am curious though, seeing as the game can't seem to decide whether item boxes exist or not. I wonder what would happen if we ended up picking a multi-rings item box. Would it just not work, or would it give nothing? I would say, how exciting is this before remembering that this is... Oh dear. This is like the slowest possible incarnation City Escape has ever had, so it's not much I can do to make it more exciting. Maybe spin dash down these slopes where I know I'm safe from those scary, scary rings. Yeah, kind of forgot about the spin dash. Right, okay. This time, let's not take the zip wire. Or the grind rail, whatever you wish to call it. skip along the safe right here. Oh, barely. Oh dear. Okay, so can't use any pulleys. We can't touch any rings. All of the item boxes are useless. Oh dear. Right. At the very least, though, I have remembered that the spin dash actually is kind of good here, so can at least speed up these very, very long, otherwise boring slopes. Although the Thok is so pathetically weak that it might as well be useless. Right, avoid those. Definitely don't go anywhere near the enemy. Skip those. Oh dear. Oh, come on. If any of you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, because I get the feeling we're going to be replaying a lot of this stage quite often. Right, through there, finally a checkpoint. Better momentum physics than any recent Sonic game. Trees floating just slightly off the ground because their sprites are a bit mangled. Avoid this. We're going to end up with an absolutely atrocious point total by the end of this, seeing as we're actively avoiding every single thing that could possibly give us any bit. Although, now we know we need to make it up here, because can't touch the pulley that poses up on this side. And now we avoid these rings, which is nice and easy to do. Hopefully, this doesn't deposit us straight into a set of words. Please don't deposit. Please no rings. Okay. We're safe. No rings there. I don't know how homing attack is going to work in this, but I don't really want to try it out, because I get the feeling it's not going to turn out well for me. Still don't really get how the zip lines work in this mod, but it doesn't matter too much for this. Just get away with being a bit slow, although we can still die in all the normal ways. If I place Cast Rider into the console, never mind. We're forced to go without. Ah, for God's sake. Did not mean for that to happen. One just trying to Thok near an enemy. Yeah, I still don't really get what the where the name Pandora's Box comes from. Obviously, I recognise the original reference of Pandora's Box, but I'm not quite sure how that applies to the SRB2 version, because it's not that miraculous. It's not like that great of anything's been released. Okay, go back. Actually hit the checkpoint this time. Don't have to go run back through here next time. When I go and over jump it. Am I playing on no save mode? No, not this time. On the very first go ahead at this, in the vanilla one, yeah, I was, because I figured, oh, it can't be that bad. You know, no rings, but it's not that bad of a change, is it? Yeah, no, it turns out it is. Especially when you keep throwing yourself into a pit. Right, 7 lives this time. We're half an hour in and we still have not fully completed a single zone. Vanilla or modded. I love people's attempts at modeling realistic things in sprite form because it always just looks a bit strange. Kind of distort and jump around a little. I think there's something so charming about like super realistic or super high detailed textures in Doom of all things. Like look at the trees. Look at the trees and the cars. Look at that. I don't think it's quite working out correctly. See, I haven't really thought ahead on what the other levels might be like, so for all I know, this is going to be terrifying. If nothing else, just because the constant repeating of City Escape might end up going mad. Right, no chance of getting rings up here, no chance of accidentally falling on the zip, on the grind rail. Just need to... Oh dear. Come on, jump. Just jump. There we are. Right, so now, spin dash up here. Avoid those, avoid the enemy. Take that way up here. Make sure we actually get checkpoint. Down here, go past all of the many advertisements, including for Sonic Team, which really begs the question: what does Sonic Team make in the Sonic universe? What is Sonic Team's defining franchise in the Sonic the Hedgehog universe? Do they make adaptations of his adventures? Is that like the in-universe justification for the Sonic games in the Sonic universe, or are they just really famous for knights or something? Do they make their fortune off of knights? Because honestly, that'd be kind of cool. Right. Oh, blindly avoided those rings. I tried to jump backwards to get the what's it called? Boost ring, but clearly that didn't turn out that well. Okay, come on. There we go. There we go. Took a while. Just need to make sure absolutely no rings touched on the way up here. Damn it. It was good. So what? That's what that looks like. Camera in the boxes. Not the strangest thing I've seen the camera in this game do, seeing as it kind of sucks. See, honestly, I think this might be a fun level pack to speedrun in the future, because I do enjoy it, as much as this is an incredibly slow version of City Escape. The rest of the level pack's pretty good. Even if the end of it is just like run down a hill. Don't get hit by the gun vehicle. Dexted says that apparently Sonic actually mentions Sonic Team in one of the Twitter takeovers, where he says they make games based on his adventures. But see, honestly, I think it'd be just funny if they were like, "Oh yeah, no, we make knights." That's what we're relegated to in the Sonic universe. We make knights, or is Sonic Team Phantasy Star Online, or is that a different Sega division? Obviously, they have all the crossovers, but I can't remember whether that's. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, I didn't think about this. Right, okay. I think it's safe to say that this is another thing that I'm not gonna make my way through. I think this is a pretty, like, stone cold, we're done. I don't think we're moving ahead with this. I think Sift Rock might be for another day. I think for now we might need to go and find another mod. I don't think this is going through. Yeah, as Ruby points out, clearly not designed for every level pack in existence, because, you know, what are you supposed to do? Maybe you should test Azure Temple. Maybe you should be quiet. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Right. Okay. What were some of the mods that people were saying they wanted to see in the previous video? Gamma was one of them. We'll try Gamma. Gamma should be fun. Yeah, go away. Another day. I'll try this in practice. I'll make sure that I can do a few more jumps, and we'll try this again. So anyone who comes into the stream now is going to be incredibly confused about why we're running around as E102 Gamma and not playing some strange mod, but there we are. This is what we've ended up doing. We're now Sonic Adventure 1 Gaming in SRB2. Now, I haven't actually played Sonic Adventure before, so I don't really know how he plays in this. I don't know how accurate. I mean, I get the general gist of, you know, you gotta hit enemies or else your time runs out. Except it's kind of really generous, so you don't actually need to worry all that much. But yeah, no, this is another mod that I really like. I really like Gamma. Again, not quite as good as my beautiful E123 Omega. And if that became a actual SRB2 character, I'd be playing as him in a heartbeat. 10 out of 10 straight away. Doesn't even matter what the gameplay's like. It could be awful, but if it's E123 Gamma. Sorry, if it's E123 Omega, straight away, 10 out of 10. I just got a really bright flash from outside, and I don't know why. It's like suddenly the entire room engulfed in a light ray. Oh wow, okay. A bit faster than expected. Do you reckon that if Gamma shrinks down, we're going to be able to make our way into here? No. No, we're just going to bang in metal pipes. Yeah, that's not happening. Oh well. A same. Through here. We'll go the normal route. We'll go the normal boring route. So I will quickly just grab this. The question is, what does Super Gamma look like? What is a super robot? The only As far as I can recall, the only super robot to appear in the Sonic franchise is Super Mecha Sonic from way back in Sonic 3. Oh. Not quite what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting tiny little bird, but I suppose it does make sense. I mean, now I'm even more curious what Super Omega Gamma looks like. Does he just die immediately? Yeah, I kind of want to see that. I kind of just want to see a super form where you activate it and just kills your character stone dead. I think that'd be entertaining. Though the hitboxes are a bit whack because, you know, tiny little bird. Adventure 1 reference. Yeah, no, I know that Gamma's powered by a bird. Do you reckon Omega's powered by an animal in the same way that obviously Gamma is? I've always wondered that. I've always assumed that Omega's like some, you know, like the chaos drives for the robots in the gun military are powered with. I always assumed that's what Omega is powered with because I don't know. I just don't like the idea of him being powered by an animal. I think that's a bit lame. Like as the final version of the B-series line, I feel he should have some like super secret special power source that the others just don't have, and that's why, you know, he was able to stay around for 200 years during Sonic 06. I feel Gamma should have some cool power source. I mean, you know, sometimes it's a Chaos Emerald because Chaos Emeralds is just used for everything at some point in the franchise, but there we are. As Fatty Damani points out in the comments, fun fact, Omega is 4'11" and Gamma is 7 foot. So every time you think E123 Omega, some terrifying giant robot, remember that he is far, far shorter than the average guy, average woman, far shorter than the average human being. He is tiny, tiny, tiny. I'm pretty much the same size as Eggman in terms of height, like almost to the centimeter. So every time I'm playing a Sonic game, I have to remind myself that from my perspective, I basically have to look at it through Eggman's eyes in terms of height, just like tiny little meter tall hedgehog. What would that look like from Eggman's eyes? And that's basically what it would look like for me. I have to remind myself of that. I never realized he could just drink Pepsi. Yeah. Vector is 5'11". I thought he was exactly 2 meters. Same as Big. I knew Big was 2 meters. Yeah, I knew Big was 2 meters, but I thought Vector was as well. That throws me. Yeah, I know. Because I can't remember why, but I went and researched a bunch of their height recently. So, Sonic is obviously a meter tall. Tails is about 80, and Amy's about 85, if I remember correctly. Blaze is also quite a bit shorter because obviously she has a ponytail, so she looks a lot taller than she actually is, but she's only actually about she's actually about 85 as well, I think. She's actually a bit shorter than usual. Or not bit taller than usual, but yeah, shorter than expected. He isn't like a meter tall like most of them. Obviously, Shadow and Silver are a meter tall, but apparently, if you go and compare the height of Sonic's and Shadow's soles on their shoes, Shadow is technically just a tiny bit shorter than Sonic. Just barely. But tall enough that it's like, oh yeah, he really is just Vegeta. He really is just a shorter version of the main character. Silver's a meter. Eggman's about 1.85 meters tall. I'm about that tall. Classic Sonic, obviously, was originally 1 meter tall. But that got retconned when modern Sonic was introduced, and classic Sonic is obviously shorter than him, but also, you know, a past version of him. So, classic Sonic is shorter, and there is technically another height that's from the classic games that we know of, and that's because we have a confirmed height for classic Metal Sonic, which isn't a meter. It's something like 76.8247. It's in a manual somewhere, or some piece of concept art where it's like scribbled next to classic Metal Sonic how tall he is, and it's like 76.8247. I don't know why they added all those decimal places, which, considering that he's obviously built to be a robot version of Sonic and is indeed the same height as Sonic, implies that classic Sonic is also 76.8247 centimeters tall. Again, done in by these red buzzers. So yeah, apparently, shortest character in the Sonic franchise is classic Tails at 2 feet 8, which is 80 centimeters, which doesn't feel quite right. How tall's Cream? I would have assumed Cream's about that tall. And Tommy, like, how's tall Tommy? I feel he'd be shorter than that, but then I do suppose that, you know, whenever you look at Tommy and you go, oh, he's tiny, you are also comparing him to one of the tallest characters in the Sonic franchise, being Vector. So I suppose there is that. There's also there's that joke about Vanilla being the same size as a adult human woman, but as far as I can tell, that's not actually true. She's not that tall. It's not actually, yeah, she's not actually that tall. She's about 140, I think. 130, 140, so she isn't that tall. Rude's, I think, is 110, just off the top of my head. I think that's how tall she is, which is about the same as Knuckles, because they're both slightly taller than Sonic. Who else is there? What other characters? I can't remember whether SBO has a confirmed height. Yeah, I can't remember how tall SBO is. I don't know how we've ended up talking about the height of Sonic characters from while playing SRB2 as E102 Gamma. But here we are. Can you like hold this to deal extra damage or something? Because it keeps changing colour as I'm like holding it over them. Yeah, turn around eventually. You can't run away from it forever. Oh, maybe you can. My mistake. Ooh, I'm on the verge of death, apparently. Oh yeah, because I forgot about the time limit, so I suppose once you get past under 10 seconds. There you are. That's bad, go and drink some Pepsi. Pour down a cold brew. But anyway, yeah, no, this guy is fun. It's a very different way of playing SRB2. The time limits is so generous, though, that they really don't come into play all that much. I obviously, you know, longer stages, later stages, it doesn't actually increase, it's always 3 minutes, but at the same time, combos are so easy to pull off, and he's fast, and powerful jumps, he can do take a ton of shortcuts, so it's really, really easy to get a decent combo. Like, look at that, I did nothing and I get a 10-second combo. Although he isn't, you know, good to just breathe underwater as much as you want. You do still need to go and get air. Oh, overshot it. Or undershot it, maybe. I didn't quite see. Plus your time resets at death, which, you know, I'm willing to accept as a gameplay limitation, but there we are. Although I did just notice that, seeing as it's dark, he goes and makes himself a little light. How nice. How cute. I was about to say, I'd like the door to open, please. I'd like to leave. Yeah, sorry for you can drown. I do think that's the thing that less robot characters should be able to do. I don't know why everyone feels the need to make all their robot characters drown. It's just a bit boring. Like, you know, obviously balance and all the rest of it, which is fair. It's a fair thing to think about to make a genuinely great mod. But at the same time, they're robots. People put all sorts of incredibly overpowered things in their mods. Is it really that bad to ask for the robots to be able to breathe underwater because they're robots and to be able to drown? Oh, that's a bit strange. It seems if you okay, no. Do you have an infinite hover jump thing if you jump out of the water? It's a bit odd. Yeah, like look, I can just hover indefinitely. There you are. Potential E102 Gamma speedrunning technique. Turn him into a weird fan. Turn him into a Beyblade. That's how you speedrun sim. Right, this might be a bit of damage boosting. Fantastic. This might be a bit trickier as a character that is so fast. Sonic 4 does exist. It's Sonic Mania. Do you guys forget about Sonic Mania? It's a real game. That's Sonic 4, isn't it? I mean, I don't know what else you'd be talking about. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, bad move, bad move. Yeah, you know, like we got Sonic Mania, we got Sonic Superstars. I mean, that's kind of alright, isn't it? Still haven't actually played Superstars. I kind of dropped out of the franchise for a moment or two around the time of Sonic Superstars. I kind of got a bit like, eh, alright. Here's what it is. And then I got back into it recently. It was with the Sonic Racing Crossbow, just looking through it all and being like, oh yeah, no, we're on something here. We got something good. How do we make it past here? Oh, okay. He's heavy enough, he's big boned enough they can just break through solid walls by touching him. I see how it is. Yeah, if you were to add E123 Omega to SRB2, what moveset would you give him? What would his moveset be? There we are, there's my question for the day. If you were to add E123 Gamma, sorry, E102 Omega to SRB2, what moveset would he have? I mean, that's a bit strange, like you can... The projectile pushes the mine and then it explodes. It's a bit strange. Out of the water. Oh, he does not like those gargoyles. That wasn't really the plan. I was trying to hit the rings, but there we are. Crack open a cold brew at the end. Ruby and Fatih both... Fatih? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Both point towards heroes. Yeah, that's that. I feel he needs like some sort of minigun attack. Like I don't know whether it's just me that kind of ties Omega into a minigun. I feel he needs to, yeah, I feel he needs to have some sort of like sentry mode, just so many projectiles so quickly, just tearing through enemies as they're going through. Come on. 15 seconds to the clock. Yeah, he needs like a minigun. He needs to be able to like pray and spray. He has flame. Doesn't he have flamethrowers in Heroes, or am I misremembering? This being the 1, 2, 3 Omega. Am I misremembering that? Like him having a flamethrower in Heroes. I mean, to be fair, Heroes is also the same game. There was like, oh yeah, no, Vector has fire breath and can chew up bubblegum to the point that it allows him to fly. I don't even know what got damaged by that. I do know what got damaged by that. That's something. By the way, have you pressed toss flag? There's a special taunt. I have not pressed toss flag. I cannot remember whether I even have that linked at the moment. Because I end up, what's it called? I end up unbinding a lot of these extra ones. Toss flag is Joy 5, I can't remember what that is. That's now L1. Right, get out of that mode. Yeah, yeah, no, that's not toss flag, that's one of the custom buttons. I don't know what, like, the weird knee kick raise is, but... knocks back a cold brew. E123 Gamma is a Bud Light guy. Omega buys the hardest possible drink available. Throat sound to ache. I'm doing it today. See, I wish you would be able to just like fly right up to that cap, to the bridge from here, but you can't because it's got the, because of our, well, Doom levels generally, but especially relevant in this case, SRB2 levels work. Can't do that. Oh, I just noticed we have 40 seconds left. This luckily should be fairly quick and easy. It appears that you get like little sparks and noises at 30 seconds, and it's at 10 that he really starts going. Starts getting to be a problem. Go. I would say lots of extra time, but in reality it doesn't actually save me any time. Anytime I did make up, I've lost just going back and destroying them all. Right, is he able to get anywhere with this? No. Unless... I gotta be a bit brave, and there we are. I think with the setup I didn't actually save any time, but there we are. And hallelujah, he doesn't enter his stupid spring state. I hate that. I don't get why SRB2 has that, the spring state. Such an annoying thing. Senri TH asks, have you covered crispy characters? I have not. One of those things I've always gone, oh, I'll do it soon enough, and then never have. For one reason or another. Well, that was something. I don't think I made any time. Get past these. It looks a bit ridiculous in these without the proper spin ball sprite in his little buggy form. Why did one egg pawn end up so far ahead of the pack? What happened there? Oh, lots of jam in there. As Fatih Damani says, you know, if you can't buy Crossworlds or Mario Kart World, go play Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. Very, very true. 100%. Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers sweep. The funny thing is, as I was, what's it called? I saw someone make that exact argument on Twitter when people were talking about the two. It's like, you know, Mario Kart Crossworlds versus Mario Kart World versus Sonic Crossworlds. Which one should I get? It's like, oh, just get Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. Oh no, that's too difficult. That's too complicated. And they sit there and everyone's praising Crossworlds and Mario Kart World for being the most complicated versions of their translators. Yeah, just like, oh, I see how it is. You're just not ready for it. You just are not ready for it. As always. It's always a skill issue, in my eyes. Any Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers hate. Always a skill issue. Can I kill these guys? No, they just get mad. Get really mad. At least with this level you get a bit of extra time. I can't remember how much the previous boss battles were. I think they were a minute. This one you get 2 minutes. So a little bit of extra time. Jump. Senri TH says, Ring Racers is fun, though I still gotta get good at it. Yeah, that is the one thing with Ring Racers. No, it's definitely a game you need to get good at. Let's piss off some eggpawns. Create a fireworks show. Oh, damn it. Does getting hit cause all existing projectiles to despawn or something? There we are. Ring race is fun, though still quite good. Yeah, but man, D6 racing is rough. Gotta be honest, not quite. When did he get that? Why's he got a hat now? Where did that come from? What? What? When did this happen? He does look very dapper, but I have to question him. What did I do for that? Oh, or is it just because I'm in Arid Canyon? Is it just give him a cowboy hat because he's in Arid Canyon? Oh, well that makes sense. I thought I did something special with the boss. No, it's just because he's a cowboy now. To be fair, I don't really see Arid Canyon as a kind of cowboy level. It's much more Looney Tunes. Money asks, why does he have a green thing on him? I think it's a cat. I think it's supposed to be a cowboy hat. Even if, again, I don't really think Arid Canyon is actually that cowboy-like. Right, I need some enemies to destroy. I'm not doing too hot in terms of time. I'm running out of it. Like that one Justin Timberlake movie. Tried to skip it, wasn't happening. Destroy you. Destroy you.
Come on.
Massive speed. No, not making it. Not making it there. I actually need to do this properly, unfortunately. Don't know what that was. If any of you heard that. Yeah, people are going to enter this stream so confused. Come in for some sort of challenge level pack and they exit with E123, E102 Gamma wearing a cowboy hat. You've just seen that one come in at the start of the stream. Right, destroy you guys. You too. Can you destroy enemies underground? No. You gonna get up there? No. Right, normal way it is. Come on. Get in my crosshairs. There we are. Took a while. Right. Big skip. Let's pass this. Here. Ouch. Didn't mean to do that. Cannot be having the effect on my time. So we'll skip. Can you do final demo zone later? It's combo heaven for Gamma. I reckon that'll be how we finish the stream. Do all of this. And then finish. Just an absolutely crazy combo on final demo. RubyTheMii's asks, the JackalMan, why don't you use models? And if you do, which ones? I don't use models just because I keep forgetting to turn them on. Nothing more complicated than that. Okay, no. Turns out, still got plenty of time left. Just have to destroy them before I actually reach. How should I lose my shield? Oh, never mind. Didn't need all that time, anyway. But yeah, see what I mean? Like, the time limit's kind of pathetic when every time you, every time you die, you get it completely reset. It's a bit pointless. I don't know why I got hit there. I assume I must have accidentally dodged into a cactus or something. Only problem is they can't actually switch rail cards while aiming, which is a slight problem. But then I don't actually need to hit anything now, so there's that. Right, now here is upcoming the real question of the day. Who's going to win? Fang with his little tiny pop gun that fires corks? Or Omega with his semi-automatic laser blaster with homing capabilities? Semi-automatic laser smart gun. Who wins? Sock and ore. Yeah, nice one. Who cares? Do my bullets get bounced back by the bombs?
Hurry up.
Yes, they do. There we are. 15 seconds to go. Simple. Depends. Does Fang have combat roll and parry plus air dodge active? Doesn't look like it. If he did, he went down pretty easy. He wasn't making good use of it. Do I keep my... Nope, my hat's gone. How unfortunate. This wouldn't be too bad. I mean, there's plenty of flying enemies around here, so... I mean, when you break it down, the more enemies the better for Omega. For I keep getting their names mixed up. For Gamma, more enemies the better. More targets to hit. Feels good to be able to exterminate all of the enemies that I find really annoying with complete and total ease. And get rewarded for it as well. Fantastic. Destroy the terabytes. Can't do anything, they're scared of me. Over here, easy. Oh, what happens with this one? Oh, yep. Every single segment of it counts as an individual enemy. Very nice. The only thing that can ruin me is overconfidence. I kind of hope that in 2.3 they figure out the problem that causes your sprites on the rollout rock to constantly look backwards. It's just kind of annoying. Oh dear. Good thing we're playing as Gamma and we can just fly over because there's no such thing as spring mode. I remember how hyped I was when Gamma was introduced to Sonic Speed Valve. It was like, oh hell yeah. And then he just had some really weird jump thing. Like they at the same time they added Gamma, they changed how their jump mechanics were sorted, so he could have this really weird floaty jump, which obviously was to mimic the whole jetpack thing he's got going on here. But it felt really weird. It made him really strange to play. He couldn't really jump over obstacles properly because he would just kind of float in midair for a moment or two. So you know, it was interesting, but just a bit odd. Right, Egg Rock. This would be interesting. Bayfield right at home here. Problem is though, is that there aren't actually that many enemies in this level, as far as I can recall. Or at least none in a way that's kind of easy to get to. Especially when they just apparently don't get targeted by him. And this is going to be really claustrophobic because of how tall he is. Like, the camera barely changes when he flips, so it just feels like it gets sunted around in midair for a moment. Right Path Gaming, aka no 2D mode. Well, no, it's more the horrible hidden path feature. That's why I'm going to this path, so I don't have to deal with that god-awful invisible staircase thing that is on the right path. Awful. Hate it. Fun fact, sometime I was playing with X-Sonic and Egg Rock, I just got lost. I mean, Egg Rock's not that confusing to get around. I mean, at this point, it doesn't even feel that difficult, it's just a bit boring. There's some sections that, depending on the character you play as, kind of suck. But the actual concept of it's kind of easy, so... After a while, you're just like, oh yeah, but it's Egg Rock again. Exo asks, so what's going on here today? Well, it was supposed to be a challenge run using a RubyTheMii mod. Unfortunately, turns out I'm not very good at this game, and it required a few tricky jumps that I was not able to manage, and there comes a point where you just have to realise that this is not going to be very entertaining to watch. Like, if it's not entertaining to play, it's definitely not entertaining to watch, so went and tried to find some other things. Tried a different mod with that challenge mode activated. That also sucked. So ended up just going to have to find another character to play as, and that ended up being Omega. Oh, stuck. Stuck on a pillar. In case his jumps weren't floaty enough already. Oh, definitely don't want to get stuck. There we are. Here we go. Do that. Break you. Senrity Hate says Eggrock Zone is essentially SSN Tales trying to cram as much platforming talents in for a cohesive manner to get back a Mystic for creating the house site known as Prismatic Angel. I'm going to assume that's a little bit of Mystic Realm lore, but I'm not really versed on it. All I really know is that Mystic is a weirdo. Just like a horrible, horrible, horrible person. That's all I really know about him. I don't know much about SSN Tales, other than obviously Maids are part of making SRB2. But, you know, thing with SRB2 being as niche as it is, there isn't really any, like, kind of history recaps. It's not like Overwatch or whatever, or Smash Brothers, when one of the famous people involved in that is a weirdo. There's a million videos about, like, look at all of the things he did at SRB2. It's like a bit of hearsay. He said, she said. This guy's a bit strange. I just kind of have to go with their word, because it's all I've heard. Yeah. Don't know much about Mystic. All I've heard is apparently he stuck some questionable material on the SRB2 forums, or in the source code or something. Just like, you know, you know what I mean, or hopefully you kind of get what I mean when I say questionable. But I don't know how true that is. It's just what I've heard. Clank, clank, clank. The only video of that sort that exists is the SMS history recap made by Golden Sign. Yeah. See, I started watching that one because I was interested, and I just... Something about the editing, something about the editing really threw me off with that. I mean, it made it kind of hard to watch. You know what? Seeing as we're here and we have so much time on our hands, we have like 5 minutes now, seeing as like... Oh, yeah. Eventually, once we get through here, we'll have a lot of time on our hands. I reckon we go for the Secret Eggman boss fight. See how that goes. Right. Hold it back, hold back. And then it's... Oh, wait, no, I can't actually get into it, can I? Yeah, there's a Secret Eggman boss down there, but I can't actually get to it because I'm too tall. Gamma would have been the perfect guy to deal with it. Yeah, never mind. Carry on. Ooh, I wonder how he's going to fare against Metal Sonic. Obviously, this race is one thing, but how's he going to fare against the Metal Sonic boss fight? Because I don't know how he's going to be able to intimidate him. Right, okay, I'm going to retry that. JackalMan, did you already do a Super Mystic Sonic review? No, I have not. Although, having said that, the reason for that is because he's too complicated. And I just thought, well, seeing as I've got all of these streams now, I might as well just download him and try him out on a stream and see how that goes. Like, I can be as terrible with him as I want in that context. I don't need to be good at him. So I can go and do a couple of streams, see how that goes. In terms of, you know, kind of get a feel for him there, and then, you know, make a review when I'm actually good at him. Hey, what? Wonders of the stream going. Anyway, we are talking about potential future content. What did you guys think of the S3 Sonic review that came out recently? That video's been doing pretty well. I'm curious whether that's because the algorithm's pushing it more, because I'm effectively posting more now that I'm doing streams. I wonder whether the doing the extra streams is now like tricking the YouTube algorithm into thinking I'm posting more and therefore pushing it further. Yeah, Lemon, good luck on the challenge, my fellow Road Blaster. I'm sorry, but yeah, it wasn't much of a challenge. It was a challenge run for about 15 minutes. Oh, damn it. And then fell through. But the good news is at least I don't have to deal with Mouse Sonic. I remember the first time you fight this boss, you go, he's so quick when he's like dashing around, and then you realise how slowly he moves on the first thing, and he just looks a bit stupid. Yes, RubyTheMii's pointing out the new editing style you like. Assuming you're talking about the motion graphics, that's currently all made in After Effects, which I basically trying to do lens flares there. They're not that great, the inbuilt lens flare tools for After Effects. They're in fact famously really bad, to the extent that pretty much everyone uses one specific add-on that just adds what you'd expect After Effects to have. So what I'm thinking of doing, seeing as I'm practicing with Blender, if you follow my Blue Sky or Kara accounts, you'll see that I've been practicing with Blender a lot. I'm figuring, well, why don't I just do the lens flares in that, you know? Practice, and just start figuring out the lighting and the emissions and effects in that. I can just do it there. And make some much nicer looking lens flares than what I've got now. Anyway, we're playing the real Doom game here. Real first-person shooter game, well, third-person shooter gameplay. Although the camera is not going to be playing all that nice. No, get under the acid. No, come on, this way. Come over here. There we go. I think the blue laser is just to stop you from holding on for it for too long. Like it's just so it's degrading the laser or something. Oh. No, no, no. Perfect vote over that wall. Are you kidding me? Right, come on, come over here. Nope, stop it. Let's get under the acid. I love it when one of the attacks of the final boss in your game is just to stop you from being able to continue the boss fight for like 25 seconds while you wait for all the fire to clean up. So you can actually position him to go underneath the acid. Right, come on, get over here. Right, there we go. There we are. Dead as a doorknob. Ruby says, well, I'll be taking my leave now. That was fun to watch. Well, good to see you. Sorry for not actually playing all that much with your mod in the end. I'll practice it a little in my spare time, and then hopefully soon enough be able to actually do a decent job of covering it, because I might need to practice some more advanced SRB2 techniques, because clearly that was not working. Fideman asks, why don't you use the keyboard sometime to play? I'm just really bad at mouse and keyboard controls. I prefer controller. Hence the occasional clicks I'm sure you're hearing. Just remember that slow physics can be greatly exploited. Yep, that's nice. Good to see you. But while we're here, let's do some bonus stages. And also while here, I'm curious whether he has a super form. I don't think he does. Yeah, no super form from the looks of it. Which is a bit same. Or wait, no, actually he's got... He had some sort of orb around him for a moment, for some reason. Why is the colour... Oh, is this like his super form? He just has like an extra powerful attack or something now. Yeah, alright. So once you get once you get 7 emeralds, he just automatically gets a like power up to his attacks. Makes them faster, and I assume a little tiny bit of splash damage on top. That's always nice. And there's also some sort of high jump from the looks of it, but I can't quite figure out how you trigger it. He just seems to do it sometimes. There is a mod to cheat while saving. There's one named Admin Tools Plus. Oh, well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, anyone saying you know, mouse and keyboard's the way to go with SRB2, I'm fully aware, but that's not, you know, that's not, I can't do this in SRB2, that's just a generally, I'm no good at mouse and keyboard in any game. I just don't have the hand-eye coordination. Right, but yeah, before we conclude, let's try the combo potential here in Final Demo Zone. Seeing as everyone's favourite thing to do with this level is just to spam enemies everywhere. Especially in the Castle Eggman stages, that's going to be fun to see. Just how high the numbers can go. Just need to not walk into an enemy while I'm holding it. That's bad. That cancels your. That cancels it. Don't want to be doing that. In the nicest possible way to Final Demo Zone, it's as you're playing moments like this that you kind of realize that for a long time SRB2 just kind of sucked. Like, it just wasn't very good for years and years and years. Yeah, like, no offense to the people making it or whatever, but you can tell that it was only fairly recently in terms of updates that they kind of figured out how to get past the complications of using the Doom engine for their game, and really started to be able to pull ahead without that really limiting them in the same way. Just like, compare modern Techno Hill to this. There's like the vaguest similarities in some of the areas and set pieces, but it's just a completely different level. I hope 2.3 will be good. Yeah, I don't know when 2.3 is coming out. you know, you go on the SRB2 official Discord server, and you go on their development page, development channel, and it just memes the entire time. Memes and inside jokes the entire way, and I don't understand what's going on. Like, I wanna know how SRB2 V2.3 is going. Yeah, don't try and beat me at my own game. I will get my camera stuck. There we are. Well, temporary setback, I suppose. Apparently the turrets in SRB2 have 999 HP plus a invincibility flag, so they really, sorry, I've suddenly got hiccups. They really don't want you to destroy them. Yep, stay well above the top chemicals. What was that, 10 or 11? Oh, sorry for any, like, sudden hiccups. I had a really chesty cough as I've been recording this, and trying to hold it in clearly did not work out for the best. See, like, for more than a decade, this was what this was what Castle Eggman was like. This was just it. This is what the game was like for decades. Oh. 200 rings. 10 minutes on the clock. The problem with what's his face, Gamma, is trying to turn around when you've gone past an enemy without running straight into the enemy. Corrects, and this is what SRB2 looked like for 5 to 6 years. Ah, I've been overestimating how long it was like this then. How many updates has Castle Eggman had then? I thought it only had the, I thought 2.2 was its first major update, like major overhaul. I thought it was pretty much this since its inception. Ah. Right, am I? Oh, no. Never mind, I got these. Targeting enemies through the wall? Hell yeah. Here's where the real fun begins. How many can he target at once? Is that 14 that I see there? No, 20 something? Maybe? Oh, wow. Right, I reckon 25. I reckon 25 is the maximum amount before the laser, what's it called, dissipates and you can't keep targeting. I went through there and I think I forgot to actually get the one in the central garden. Oh, SRB2 is many things, but a game with a good camera, it is not. That's the most manageable enemy size I've seen so far. I've added like 8 minutes of time onto my clock with just this one level. Zedisons, get out of here, stop ruining my combo. Like, just look at that. Look at the amount of rings I'm getting for this. I've basically doubled my time from the previous level, just here. Right, Ugly Nux, let's just get you gone. And drink some brewskis. Never mind. Oh. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a day there, guys. I was thinking about going for longer, doing some of the other bone stanzas, but with this cough and hiccups I've suddenly gone, it's gonna be a bit ridiculous. So, I hope you enjoy that video, much as it is not what was originally promised. Due to, you know, the fact that I'm not very good at the game. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna be on a break for the next few days, so I'm gonna miss a few days off the stream schedule, and then we'll be back soon enough. I don't know what I'm gonna cover yet, but I'll find something. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you enjoyed the stream, more accurately, and ciao.